So today we are going to talk about a fun update on some things that will be going on the Love Boat Cruise that is set to sail on October 22nd here, just at the end of next week. We've got updates from Norwegian, from Carnival, a couple of more updates from Princess Cruise Line, including some really interesting accounting practices they're currently employing. And then also we're going to talk about Airtags, and I hope that that will lead into a bigger discussion tomorrow in our live. Now, let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Thursday. It's October 13th of 2022. I want to start off by saying I am sorry that I have a cold. It's not COVID. I did a COVID test. It's negative, but I apologize that I am a little bit stuffed up. So first of all, I wanted to let you all know to make sure that you don't miss our show tomorrow, because we have a really fun big announcement. I'll give you a hint. It will we will take you with us. We're going to go on the largest ship of a cruise, the newest ship of a cruise line that we have not been on yet. And so I'll tell you all about it tomorrow, as well as I'm putting together more information to go with that, is why I'm not talking about it today. So first of all, though, I want to talk to you all about the Love Boat Cruise that is due to set sail October 22nd out of Los Angeles. If you're new around here, it is a 7-day cruise, round trip out of Los Angeles, heading to the Mexican Riviera, stops in the usual ports, Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta. So we have been talking about the Love Boat Cruise for a long time here. We have been really excited about it. I am so excited about it. And one of our Let's Go family members came across some information, and I thought you would all find it very helpful. So first of all, have any of you gotten an email from Princess talking about a vow renewal? Let me know if you have. Gordon and I are both booked on this cruise. Neither one of us have gotten this email, and the person that gave it to me, they hadn't received it either. And so, but it is clearly from Princess, and it says that as part of their celebration for the Love Boat, the crew, the TV cast, so you will get Doc and Gopher and Isaac and Julie and Vicky. Those are their stage names, of course. But they will be attending a vow renewal. It's going to be held on the ship on Sunday, October 23rd at 2 p.m. The email said to go ahead and look at Journey View on your app to find the location of where that will be held. I looked on my Journey View and it's not showing up yet, and so I don't know if my app is having trouble or if it's just not there yet. But I did look for it, and so they say to go ahead. You can bring your veil, a bow tie, dress in your favorite resort wear. You can bring your Hawaiian clothes. They say that Hawaiian attire was Gavin MacLeod's favorite attire, and so whatever you would like to wear, just bring that with you. And it sounded like a lot of fun. And so also comment and put it in the comments below if you're going to be going on this cruise and if you're going to do the vow renewal or not. It just sounds like a lot of fun. Now, we had originally thought that we were going to have our Let's Go family member kind of meet up and get together at 2 p.m. So we're going to rearrange that, and we will let you know, because we don't want anyone to miss this. So wanted to let you know that. And another update is the second formal night on this cruise is going to be white and gold, and there's going to be a big party in the piazza. So I thought that was lots of fun. So if you've got anything white or gold to wear or bring with you. I know I have gold shoes, and I'm not sure about a gold handbag, but I'm going to look and see what I have. I don't have any white dresses other than I still have my wedding gown. But anyway, so look around and see what you've got and bring it for that white and gold evening. Now, I wanted to just touch on this a little bit more, because yesterday I talked to you about how on the Majestic Princess right now they are having quite a bit of extra testing, and I believe that it is due to the ports that they are visiting. And so it caused me to go ahead and look up the Enhanced Voyage Guideline list again, just to give us all an idea of what will be required, like which voyages are having this. And so they are basically the Hawaii, Tahiti, and South Pacific crossings, not just a cruise to Hawaii. These are the ones that are the Hawaii, Tahiti, and South Pacific crossing, Tahiti, Hawaii, and Samoa cruise, and then the Andes and South America cruises. So I just wanted to let you all know about those. All of those cruises go through. The last one there is one of the South America cruises that goes December 19th. So they have not announced what the enhanced voyage cruises are for 2023 yet. So clearly those transatlantics that I was worried about yesterday, if there would be extra testing, are not on the list. So those of you that get to go on a transatlantic, still let us know what your experience is. But it sounds like you're not going to have to worry about any extra testing on those voyages. Now, I mentioned that Princess has some kind of interesting accounting practices going on right now, and I really appreciate one of our Let's Go family members letting us know. She posted this over on our Let's Go Travel Tips Facebook group, but I thought it was a big enough deal, and I am really glad that I know about it, so I think you should know about it. She said that during their last 2 Princess cruises, they were on the Ruby and on the Regal Princesses, they they have your journey account statement now that you can see everything that is charged to your account or deducted theoretically from your account while you were on the cruise ship. But she said that they were able to cancel they had to cancel some excursions when they were on board the ship. And instead of seeing and then she also had to return something she had bought in one of the shops. And instead of seeing, usually you would see the charge and then you would see the credit. Or if you canceled an excursion that you had booked before, you would see the credit on that line item credit on your account. That is not that way anymore. So when she returned something to the shop, they just took the charge off. So they did not leave the charge there and then show a credit. They just took the charge off. The same with excursions that they had booked while they were on the ship. Because one of the ports was canceled, they just took the charge off. They didn't leave the charge and then show the credit. And then the other thing to be very much aware of that I thought was really interesting, and also I also want to say that when she canceled an excursion that she had already had booked, you just had to know that you were $99 ahead in what the final balance was. It didn't list it for you. And then finally, she said that they had prepaid for some specialty dining dinners, and she said those just showed up on their account as credit. And then when they went and ate those specialty dining meals, it would just be credited, deducted from their account, so that those credits were then gone. But the interesting thing is she said the way those show up as credits, that they were just, if you wanted to use the money for something else, you could. Which leads me into the next discussion of the Love Boat sale right now. So with the Love Boat sale, one of the perks of the Love Boat sale is that you get a $100 shore excursion credit per person for the first 2 people that are sailing in a cabin. Now, we are used to, on Holland America, for example, they have that as part of their Have It All package, a $100 shore excursion credit per person. And the way it works on Holland America is when you book an excursion that is over $100, they just take that $100 off right then. So if you're booking an excursion that's like $129, then they take that $100 off and you just get charged $29. But the way Princess is handling this is they are just putting that $100 shore excursion credit on your account as onboard credit. And so it sounds to me like you can use it to book a shore excursion, or you can use it for anything you want to while you're on the ship. And so those of you who have been able to book a cruise during that promo and you get on board, would you let me know how that works? I find that just from an accounting practice standpoint, this thing of just taking off charges and not putting credits, that drives me crazy, and it really leaves no audit trail, number one. And then number two, it really frees up money if they are just adding things as an onboard credit that you can use for whatever you want. If you don't want to do a short excursion, then you can use the money on something else. So I really appreciate all of you who, once you start sailing on cruises that you have booked with that, please do let us know how it goes. But I think it's really important to know how they are handling our onboard accounts so that you have an idea of what's going on when you look at it and you can't figure it out. So keep that in mind. Now, the next thing that I think is really interesting right now is I came across an article on Business Insider talking about the fact that Lufthansa is telling passengers to turn off the Airtags in their checked luggage. Well, when you turn off the Airtags, then they don't tell you where your luggage is anymore. Then you don't know where the Airtag is the bottom line. And if you have been following along this summer, those Airtags have been literally really invaluable with everything that happened with luggage, especially during the crazy travel experience everyone had this summer. So much luggage was lost. So much luggage was just piled up in airports, and people and airlines, quite frankly, did not do a good job of getting it back to people. The article did talk about how many people were able to contradict airlines, and like the airlines would say where your luggage was, and you'd be like, no, it's not, because I know where it is. And they said that they have even tracked luggage to places where baggage handlers have stolen it, including to someone's apartment, where they took the baggage and then stole what they wanted out of it. So really, Airtags are big. Like, I have not gone on a trip since we got them early. Well, we got them to go on our trip to Europe at the end of May, and every time I have traveled since, I always use an Airtag. Well, Lufthansa is telling people to turn them off because they say they are like the lithium-ion batteries. So I want to talk to you some more about this in our live tomorrow night. But I think this is a very valuable discussion, because in looking at what those Airtags are and how they use the lithium, it's different than how, like, for example, in your laptop, how the laptop uses the lithium-ion batteries there. And so I think it's going to be really interesting to see if this trend moves forward to other airlines. I would hope that there would be some pushback against it, because I think that it's very important to have those, and it has like 0.2 grams. It has an eensy-weensy amount of lithium in it, and like I said, it's also a big deal about how it uses that lithium. So I know that we have surely got some scientists in our Let's Go family members here, so comment and let us know what you think about this. And then just be aware that if you travel on Lufthansa, they are not going to necessarily want you to have your Airtags turned on. Now, today I wanted to just, I did not have the pleasure of being on the Carnival Ecstasy when she first started sailing, but I found this really cool story talking about the Carnival Ecstasy, because if you didn't know it, she is on her last voyage this week, and then she is going to no longer be part of the Carnival fleet. And so I thought it was really interesting. She is in Cozumel today, Cozumel, Mexico, and that was one of her first stops when she first started sailing in the early 90s. And right now on board is John Heald, and he's the Carnival brand ambassador right now, but clear back when the Ecstasy set sail, he was the cruise director. So he just talked a little bit about how everything has changed in the many years that she has been sailing, which is almost 30 years now. And one thing I thought it was fun to know about, he said that back in the day, when they first started sailing in the early 90s, he says in those days the ships would stay in port there in Cozumel until 2 a.m. And so after he had finished hosting the Mexican folkloric show in the main lounge, he and his mates would rush ashore, jump in a cab, pay $1 a person to go to a club called Neptuno's, where the entrance fee was free to all the crew, and the Corona beers were 50 cents each. I thought that was just kind of a fun look back, and I thought it also really highlighted often the really good relationship that the crew and the ships have with the ports that they visit. And the other thing that I really thought was interesting, and I've got a question for you associated with it, is he said that, you know, I guess that right now, if you sail on Carnival, they have a fee if you leave your towel. If you have to check it out, I guess, and if you don't bring it back, it's like a $22 fee. And so people before would be very careless and leave their towels there in the port, and then the ship would leave and the towels would still be left there. So he said that there were a lot of taxis that would take those towels and recover the seats, because they would just have like the plastic vinyl seats, and so they would recover them with the towels that were left behind. And so he said that you can still go in taxis today in Cozumel there, and some of them will still have their seats covered in those Carnival towels. So I thought that was kind of fun. But the thing that I want to know about is, you know, on Princess, there is no towel fee. You don't have to do anything to check one out. All you do is walk up to the rack there by the pool and get a pool towel, and you can take it into port with you. Gordon and I have taken it into port when we go to places that are beaches. We are actually very careful. We never have left a towel in a port. We always bring it back and put it with the other towel so that it gets washed and used again. But so I was wondering, are most of you really careful? Are you not so careful? I do notice every now and again that when we are somewhere that, like I noticed it in Costa Maya when we were there in January, that as we were going by, I noticed what we did is we went to just a little beach resort. We're there, and then we took a taxi back when we were done and got back on the ship. But as I was leaving, I noticed that there were princess towels there, and I actually said to Gordon, I'm like, do you think I should just pick those up and bring them back with me? And he's like, sweetheart, I don't know if somebody's coming back for those towels or what. And so I didn't. Tell me if you think I should next time. But anyway, I'm just wondering how careful everyone is with the towels. I would hope that everybody's careful. Anyway, another really fun thing is, you know what, I think we need to keep our eye out. I wonder, you know, Denmark is trying to attract more cruise visitors. And what they did is at the end of September and into October, they ran a few trips where they invited cruise line executives to come and visit some of their ports to see what the experience was like, so that they would know what to tell people who want to sail there and to attract their business and maybe have their cruise ships want to stop there. And the interesting thing to me about it, though, is they put a list of which cruise lines had executives actually attend. It said that they invited all of the major cruise lines. And so AIDA, AIDA, and then Ambassador, Carnival UK, Holland America, Mystic, Royal Caribbean, Saga, Seabourn, and Silversea are the ones that actually sent some of their executives as representatives to check out the ports there in Denmark. Now, the only port that I have been to so far in Denmark, yeah, I think that's all is Copenhagen. Copenhagen is so very beautiful. That cruise that we were supposed to go on at the end of June, if we had been able to go, was going to call in some other ports there in Denmark. And I'm going to have to do that sometime because I really wanted to go see those. And so I thought it would be really fun. Number one, we've got to keep our eye out and see if we get a few more cruises going to different ports in Denmark. But also, put in the comments below or send me an email if you have been to some different ports in Denmark and how much you enjoyed them, what you think there was to see, because that will really help a lot of us know what to look for when we go. I think that that kind of information is invaluable. I love Denmark. It is so beautiful there. I've been to Copenhagen 3 or 4 times now, and so I love to go to Copenhagen. And if you go there, go to the Glyptotek, I think is how you say it, their art museum there. It's beautiful. You just need to go. Now, the final thing that I want to talk to you about is, do you remember back, I think it was in March, when the Norwegian escape ran aground a little bit there in the Dominican Republic, and I felt really bad for them because they had to move the passengers, they had to take care of all of this stuff. Well, she just barely got out of dry dock in France and is resuming cruises once again. And she's going to be running, she left Civitavecchia yesterday, and so she's just going to be doing 9 to 11 night cruises just there in the Mediterranean. She's going to be visiting Greece, Malta, Italy, and France. And so if anyone is not busy and you want to do something fun, I would just wanted to let you know that the Norwegian escape is in action again, and that she's got those cruises available. I do think it's really valuable to know when cruises do come available, because excuse me, because sometimes they'll be a little bit cheaper, and as you get like closer to a cruise, sometimes you can pick up really good deals on it. And so I just wanted to make you all aware of that. If you've sailed on the Norwegian escape and you would like to share any of your experience with us, we would love to hear that as well. Now, as I mentioned, we are planning to do our live tomorrow night, Friday night. We're going to do it at 8 p.m. Eastern. I know on Monday nights we do it at 9 p.m. Eastern, so join us at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. We're going to talk about those Airtags, as well as lots of other things that we've got to talk to you about, along with what our fun announcement is tomorrow. So stick with us. We'll take you along with us. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. We need you with us, and you're going to want to be part of our Let's Go family and everywhere that we're going together. I really feel like our future is so bright together, and we are going to affect a lot of really good things together. And so if you appreciate these updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up as well? I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.